All right, guys. So I'm back at my one of my favorite spots. It's October 12th, 2022. It's around 6 p.m. Yeah, one of my favorite spots, even though I get harassed here sometimes. But that's all right. So here is my bike, and I got a camera pointing in the other direction, just in case someone tries something and I don't catch them. The camera is recording, so um, but I just wanted to share a story. Something happened a couple of days ago. On a holiday, I was off from work. I went to the gym. I went to the gym an hour later than I usually go. So when I arrived at the gym, this girl that works there, she was outside handing out some cards. I think she noticed me, but it was mostly quiet until I finished lifting weights. I'm gonna take my time telling this story because I don't want to forget the details. But yeah, until I finished lifting weights, and I right before I went to hit the bag, this guy, this man, right, middle-aged man. He was black or Puerto Rican. I want to say in his 40s, early 40s, mid 40s. So he picks up this spray bottle. I forget what it was, but he shouts out at me, "Wash your hands," and sprays the bottle at me. It was I believe it was a disinfectant, but he sprayed it at me. He was probably a couple of feet away, and yeah, I yelled at him. I told him what was going on. I knew what was going on, and I told him that I knew. So I took out my phone and I took his picture, right? Took his picture. I cussed him out. Before I went downstairs, because they have 2 floors, I cussed him out in front of a dozen people. I go downstairs, show the guy at the counter the picture of his ugly mug, and then I told the guy what happened. I go upstairs. I yelled at the Gangstalker, the scumbag, some more, right? Then I told him he was getting reported, and he starts walking downstairs. Then the dude confronts him. The dude that worked at the counter. He confronted him. Gangstalker began, explaining the situation. So I got in the middle. I called him out. I told him what he was doing is harassment, and he knows it. I cussed him out again, in front of a different group of people. So then he began to gaslight me, right? "You crazy," he tells me. He also told me, he says to me, "You don't know who I am." I tell him, I don't care who you are. Then he started bringing up his kids, how he has 3 kids. Just weird, strange things like that. Watch this guy. But yeah, then he walked out. I followed him out the door. I think he noticed me following him, and instead of going to his car, he went to the store. There is a Walgreens store, and he went to that store. I want to try to see if I recognize this guy. Oh, there goes my bike. Damn. All right. Maybe it was that asshole. This camera, I had it fallen so many times. It's still alive. I don't know how it's alive, but I had it for about 9 months. It's coming apart now. I'm gonna get another one of these, but yeah, it's a nice camera. It goes for 3 hours without me having to charge it. That's why I like it. But yeah, it's about $40 online. Damn, bike fell. All right, well, that's all right. I'm gonna try to make this video 20 minutes. I know I say that. I've been saying that. 20 minutes, half hour the most. Yeah, man. This guy comes around and the bike falls, right? Alright, I got good reflexes, so if someone comes around, I'll be able to catch him. I'm gonna sip on my cup of hot chocolate while I'm talking. But yeah, I got caught in the rain earlier today. It's been raining on and off for the past 24 hours, and I got caught. But going back to the story, so yeah, he walked out the doors, and then I followed him. I was hoping he would go to his car because I was recording the video, and yeah, he just went inside the store. It was a Walgreens. He went inside a Walgreens, which is about, I want to say about 5 to 10 yards from the gym. It's close, right across the street. But yeah, I didn't follow him to Walgreens because I was waiting for the manager at the gym. So I wanted to talk to the manager also. Now I didn't want to miss the manager, but the manager arrived around about 10-15 minutes later. The manager arrived. He came back from a lunch break, I think. He was on a lunch break. Yeah, I explained the situation to a manager. I showed him the picture of the guy. And I think the manager said he would try to find the guy in their system, see who he is, and talk to him. So I'm not sure if that happened. But yeah, and I asked for their corporate number, right? I got the manager's name. I asked for the corporate number. I called their corporate. Their corporate is in California. I don't know why, but yeah, California. So I called corporate, and of course, corporate already knows what's going on. He called corporate too. He probably called corporate right after I left, but I called them the next day. I explained the situation. I explained that's not the first time I'm being harassed at that gym. Can't be a coincidence. People just being hostile to me, you know, provoking a reaction, behaving like little kids. And the lady on the phone said, "Well, we don't want you to feel unsafe." And I told her it's not about me feeling unsafe. It's about me, putting my hands on them and then getting into trouble, right? I don't want it to escalate that to that point where I put my hands on somebody and a full fight breaks out, right? Because then somebody gets hurt, the police gets called, and I don't want to risk getting in trouble. So that's what I told her. And then she said, "Do you want us to follow up with you, this and that?" I said, "No, you don't have to. I want this to stop, this harassment that I'm experiencing at the gym, because I told her I don't bother anyone. I go there, I spend about half an hour, work out, and I get out. That's it. So there's no reason why I should be getting, harassed and targeted like that." She said okay, she apologized, and that was it pretty much. I go to the gym yesterday, right? Today I went to another gym that's closer to my apartment building because it looked like it was gonna pour. And they were saying 30-mile-per-hour winds gusting, right? So I better go to this gym that's closer. The reason why I go to the gym where I get harassed is there's a college nearby, and I like to meet some college girls. It would be easier if I wasn't getting targeted, but that's why I like to go to this gym that's a little further out, maybe about half a mile. But yeah, and this gym that I go to it's smaller too. So where I get harassed, it's smaller. I don't like the gym. I like the area though, because the campus is about, I want to say, half a mile to a mile from the gym, so it's close. But yeah, I'm gonna start meeting new people, and hopefully I meet some decent people. All the toxic people, they need to stay away from me. And I'm good at reading people at this point. It's just experience and me having an advanced psychology degree. So combination of that, I'm pretty good at reading people. Some of these gangstalkers, they're like robots. You can't read them. It's like there's nobody there. You look at them and it's just nothing there. So I don't know if they're just empty on the inside. They're miserable. I don't know what's going on with some of them, but yeah, maybe they're just acting. Got that poker face. But guys, yesterday I went back to that same gym where the dude sprayed that disinfectant at me. And this is probably the first time I've experienced this. First time in a long time where I pull up, right? There's a bike rack. No bikers. Right? No bikers. I was the only one. No bikes at all. It was very surprising because there's at least the bike rack has like 5 or 6 spots. So there's at least a couple of bikes, at least. Normally it's almost full. It was just surprising to see it empty. Like I was the only biker over there. So another thing I noticed about that gym, I go there and somebody's sitting down by the doors, right? Inside the gym, somebody's sitting down on a couch. I don't know if it's not a couch. It's like a kind of a chair, thing. But it's either when I go in or when I come out, somebody's sitting down. It's just strange. This one guy, he's over there all the time, and I caught him one time. I caught him. I left the gym, and then he left a minute or two later. I waited to see if he would leave right after I left, and sure enough, he did. So. But I go inside the gym. There was this lady, I've never seen her before. She is dressed business-like a suit or something. So she might have been that supervisor's manager that I spoke with. Maybe corporate sent her to just watch, see what's going on, kind of observe. There's a lady behind me, but yeah, maybe corporate sent her, but she left right after I left. So there's a lady right behind me. She's just hanging out about 10 feet away. But yeah, that lady, she left right after I left. And the manager that I spoke with the day prior, he had that look on his face, like pretty much, oh shit, I got caught. I might be in trouble. You know, that's the type of look he had on his face. And yeah, that was the most quiet day in months, I think, in a long time. It was a Tuesday, October 21st, 2022. And today is very quiet too thus far. So this video is 17 minutes. But yeah, guys, you gotta, if you're targeted for no reason, you know you're being targeted for no reason. They are, man, these people, they did the same thing to me when I was sitting over there. They got their dog real close. There's two girls sitting over there, and they gotta, approach people with their dog very, very close. But yeah, you gotta fight back against these people, especially if you've done nothing wrong. If you've done something wrong, then I can't, and it's something serious, I can't defend that, I hate to say it, but maybe you deserve being targeted depending on what you've done. But if you've done nothing wrong and you're being targeted, then you gotta fight back. You gotta push back. There's two cops walking towards me. Because there isn't really much. They can try to gaslight you. That's pretty much it. Try to articulate what happened or what is happening. Don't use the words like gangstalking. I use harassment. I say I'm getting harassed. That's all. And I articulate what happened or what is happening. But I've noticed if you don't fight back, if you don't push back, they keep at it. Cops showed up. That's all right. Oh, there's a lady with a dog right behind me. So, let's see if I can record that. Okay. But yeah, this video is almost over. We'll talk later. Just gonna down my bike. Don't know why she's hanging out right behind me, but I got her on camera. Just holding up a cup of coffee in one of my hands, but I got it. The dog came close, but it wasn't sniffing at me or anything like that. So it's right after the cops passed by. So I think the Gangstalkers are here. She just looks familiar. She got that mask on, but she looks familiar. So this one right here. It's like somebody reported me on something, and now I'm being targeted. That's what it feels like. But it's just, how is it so many people are involved? You know, it feels like a small army. When you get harassed by literally hundreds of people, if not thousands. Feels like a damn small army. But I don't know, if I didn't turn around a little bit, she might have came closer with her dog. So guys, I'm gonna record this maybe for another 5 minutes or so. Because I don't like what just happened about a couple of minutes ago. So maybe they'll send someone and it gets a little interesting and I catch them on camera. But I doubt it, because I think they know that I'm recording and they're not gonna do anything while I'm recording. So yeah, as I was saying, you gotta fight back. One of the examples would be if you go grocery shopping and you're getting harassed. So something happened a couple of months ago. This happened, right? I went to the store right after gym, and as I was checking out, this lady approached from behind, right? She got close. Now her walking back again. But yeah, she just reminds me of someone that harassed me about 6 months ago. Kind of looks like her. Just strange looking with the mask, you know. Anyway, so I was at the counter trying to check out, right? And this lady, Hispanic, in her 30s, walks up to me. She's right behind me. She had an empty box, right? She was holding an empty box. And then I bet I know why she was so close, because she hit me with the box. No excuse me, nothing, right? No excuse me, no sorry. I turn around, I look at her, and she got that look on her face like she's angry or frustrated. You know, if you're angry or frustrated, you gotta be at least aware that you hit somebody with with an object you're holding. Are you that stupid, or are you doing that shit intentionally? You know? And I confronted her about it. I either confronted her or I stared her down, because I was standing in line and I didn't want to make a scene, so I might have just stared her down. I waited for her to check out, then I pulled out my phone and I started taking pictures of her. Started following her around, called her a few names, then I walk out the store. And then next thing I know, a minute later, as I'm getting my bike to go home, the security guard walks out, right? Because there's a security guard inside the store. I guess I live in one of these shithole democratic cities. It wasn't that bad when I moved here, but now I'm here. I got a job here, so. But anyway, security guard walks out, right? I told him, "Do you know what happened?" Well, he says to me, she's complaining, saying you're taking pictures of her. I tell him, "Do you know what happened?" I was standing in line. She approached me, right? She was behind me. She had a box in her hand and she hit me with the box. I tell him, "You don't believe me? You guys have cameras. Check the cameras. Do you want me to walk in there with you and we can check together?" He says, "No, it's all right this time. It's okay this time." So, to my recollection, that was the last time I got harassed there, and that was about a few months ago. That's how you gotta fight back. They think there's a lot of them. They can push you around and try to scare you and try to be intimidating. No, doesn't matter. If you've done nothing wrong and you're being targeted, you might be targeted because they're actually intimidated by you. You scare them. So 27 minutes. But that might be one of the ways to end community gang stalking, harassment. Yeah, I'm sitting here recording, and about 15 minutes later, cops show up. It's just suspicious. It makes me think they're involved in some way. But yeah, the elections are coming up in November, and I don't think I'm being targeted at a local level. It's either cultists, right, or the federal government. But I know that my family is aware. They know a lot more than they're telling me. There's one strange conversation. I'm gonna call him my sibling and one of my parents because I don't want to reveal too much. But one strange conversation, I brought up how I was being harassed because I went out. One time I went to the store to get some lottery tickets, and some dude, driving behind me, and this happened before too, said, "Oh, I was just watching, and someone almost hit you," and I guess that was to cause discomfort or anxiety, but yeah, I knew something was off about that guy, and I told my family, the sibling and one of the parents, what happened, and the sibling said to my parent, "Well, he's getting harassed here by this group of people. When he goes back to the city, where I live, he's going to be getting harassed by another group of people." I'm just summarizing what he said. So they definitely, I do believe they know what's going on. I'm almost certain of it. And I I think they're involved or were involved on some level. That's why I stopped telling them things, my personal business. And I'm just waiting for them to give me a reason to for me to cut them off completely. Just cut them off out of my life completely, because these people are just there. I know there's a narcissist in my family, at least one narcissist, and I'll make a video about that. But yeah, that's about it. 30 minutes. Yeah, I wanted to see if any weirdos would show up right after I saw the cops. This lady with a black dog, she showed up. But yeah, it's getting a little chilly out, so it's nice, but I'm just sitting here and not, barely moving. So, but anyway, guys, keep your head up, keep fighting the good fight, and God bless.